Barry, let's start where we always have to. Sum up the 90 minutes for us.
I thought the game was difficult. The wind was swirling everywhere today. It was difficult for the players out there. We even spoke about that at half time. It's like when you're running into the wind that's coming at you. And also Morton today probably changed it up. They went really direct with lots of long balls we had to deal with, and it was actually wind coming against us first half. So we had to deal with that, and we did, and we got a goal up. Second half, I didn't think they had too much pressure on us. I didn't think it was a free-flowing game. I think the wind, weather, things like that. I think the way they played long balls up into us, we probably didn't control these moments as well as we could have. And then the sucker punch at the end.
Tell us about that sucker punch. Supporters, I guess we're really connected to using the bench, that it's always heart and mouth. The ball comes in, we've successfully defended corner after corner. Is it a heart and mouth moment for yourself? Do you think, what do we do here? Is it about trying to get that break and then potentially go and kill the game and there's a gut punch, as you say?
Well, that's the hard part. It's like when teams go and put 8 in the box against you, teams won't do that from the start of the game because there's a fair chance when it breaks out you're going to go in transition and score a goal. So it's really difficult. And when you actually see the set piece, and I've looked back on it, we actually defended it well. We were all pretty close. Our structure was good. Jack could have maybe been a couple of yards that way, and it's actually fell and he's back-heeled it into the net, which is that's hard to defend against. But I think there was moments before that we could have and should have done better in leading up to the set play, and it's frustrating that because you're sitting there and if you see out that with the difficult game, with the difficult weather, the way the opposition played the game against you, we're probably not at our best. We probably weren't as good as we were last week. But it's frustrating for us, disappointing.
As supporters, it is that gut punch that, at 90 minutes you're thinking, we've dug this one out, but it quickly changes to what could have and maybe should have been. Is that the same sentiment in the dressing room?
Yeah, of course it is. The boys are frustrated. They knew, we spoke about at half time, we knew the type of game it was, the way the swirling wind, the problems. It was hard, the way we had to deal with it. And that's what we spoke about at half time. We've got to keep a clean sheet. Try and get better moments in the game where we pass it a wee bit better than we did. And control their long balls, which we did for the whole game, apart from the set piece. So, and it's a game that, when you go through a season like we are, it's a game. They're the ones that annoy you most because you think, right, okay, difficult game, difficult conditions, all the rest of it. We lost Louis again to a hamstring injury. Just get in with the 3 points, and then we go again next week. So yeah, it's a frustrating one.
It's a tough one. Supporters we go away and we think what might have been, and we can very much be half empty. What pleased you about the performance, and what are the bits that kind of you think we could have done better? Well,
I think Paul Ensfield came in and did really well for us. I think a young player who did well. We lost Sean Byrne. He's been struggling all week, to be honest. We're going to have to send him away for an injection. We also lost Callum Fordyce as well. We lost Louis at half time, so it's not been a great week in terms of that, but that's the type of the positives we're looking at for Paul to come in and do so well. I thought we stood up to the way they played. That doesn't matter how good a team you are. When a team comes and plays like that and the weather is the way it is, that's difficult to play against. And we stood up well to that as well. Could have had more cutting edge about us as a team. It was a fantastic goal we scored, but we could have had a bit more cutting edge, I think, as a team. But you don't always get that. So for me, when you get the goal up, you get over the line and win the game, and it's tough conditions like that.
We all drop our shoulders when we come back to the subject of injuries. Can you tell us a wee bit about Sean in terms of, is it too early to know what the longevity of that injury is? We've had Lewis, almost an immediate signal for you and Wilson to get ready at half time, so I'm guessing that must have been quite prominent. And we've known for a few days that Callum's going to be missing for quite some time now.
Yeah, it's been hard. Listen, we've had Vonnie and Richard out, and they're ones that we miss at the moment. We're missing them all. They've been really tough. Sean Byrne's been struggling along with a back problem for a good while, so we're going to need to try and go and get that injected on Monday. he's been really struggling. But to be fair, Sean, he's been playing games and he's been trying to play the games for us, and we've had to take him out, and but now we're going to have to go and try and get it fixed. Louis hurt his hamstring there. But Callum Fordyce had a really bad one in training the other day. He went for a header and he went into one of the advertising boards and hurt his shoulder, so he's going to be a good few months. So it's all happened in a week where you've had these injuries, but the pleasing factor for me is when you see Paul, who's come in, has done really well. Dara's came in and he's done really well. So that's what the players are here for. Yeah, we were light, we couldn't fill the bench today, but listen, we've got some good players there, and players that will go and win games for us.
I guess we want to kind of think about the kind of atmosphere of these kind of discussions that we have. They're always difficult after anything other than a free-flowing win. How do you lift supporters in terms of we've got injury, woes, late goal today? What do you want to say to them?
Well, I think we had a wee bad run there of the 3 games, and I think we came back with a 1 and a draw when it should have been 2. You know, I think we've shown a strength of character as a team to come back. We're still up there in the league. We've still got. We're still up there. There's a long season to go, and Paul's and she was another positive for us as well. And us as a team, we work extremely hard, and we're extremely organised, and that flow will come again once we can get some more. Once we get just into a rhythm a wee bit more. But listen, we've got some good players at the club, and the fans have been great. Like they back us, you know. You can see it there with us as well. They're terrific with the players. They know how hard they're working, and we're still up there. And yeah, we're looking forward to the next game. Well, obviously, it's going to be a tough game, but a game that we're going to attack. And as I said, hopefully go and win it.
Catch up with you during the week. Thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.